My next guest is the chief economist at an institutional grade financial service that offers deep expertise to clients around the world. We're talking about StoneX, their chief market strategist, Kathryn Rooney Vera. And KRV has been far too long, but I'm glad you're available now. I've been wanting to talk to you for weeks about this, what's happening in South America. And first, I want to lean on that enormous, you've got the contacts, you do business down there, you always kind of know what's happening. And it feels like there are two major things. President Trump sort of reviving the Monroe Doctrine, taking some aggressive actions against drug operations, particularly in Venezuela. And I got to be honest, I'm looking at the news and I don't see much pushback from their neighbors in the region. How's that going?
Zero pushback. In fact, Charles, being a Latin American expert, because I've been in this business for 20 years now, talking to clients in South America, what I can tell you is that people are ecstatic that the United States of America is once again even caring about Latin America after years of essentially ignoring the region. What we're seeing now, Charles, is Monroe Doctrine 2.0, and it's defending the region not against European encroachment, but against Russian and specifically Chinese. The U.S. is focused on migration, drugs, and essentially Chinese encroachment over the past 20 years in this entire region. So what we're seeing is a massive U.S. Navy presence off the coast of Venezuela, rumors of potential war, seizures of drug vessels, and strikes. And the region is, as you say, not pushing back, but in fact, I would argue breathing a sigh of relief.
There's also, of course, significant upheaval with the wave of elections, right? These so-called right-wing election victories, huge, right? The most recent being Chile. The outcome's obviously been monumental. And I know maybe sometimes I think, you think back to Argentina, which might have sparked all of this, wiping out sky-high inflation. I want to talk about the other economic, what this means economically for the continent, because obviously that influences America as well.
I think politics is a pendulum globally. So we go really far to the left, then we go really far to the right. And I think in Latin America, after this massive swing to the left and a bigger role of the state in the region, what people care now about, and I think it's manifested in recent victories in Chile, in Argentina, what people care about is kind of what the U.S. cares about now. It's crime, it's immigration, and it's a reduced role of the state. That's what happened in Chile recently. We saw a monumental victory and an overturn of an encroachment of communism in this country. And they're following the line of Argentina, which since December of 2023, with Milei's victory, equity markets, Charles, returned 100%. And fixed income markets in Argentina, 150%. So markets like this type of pro-market, business-friendly regime.
We got less than a minute to go, so let's come back to America for a moment. I know you're looking for 7,500 financials, industrials, technology. It feels like we've got all systems go right now.
Yeah, and I think it's about semantics, because remember the soft landing talk everyone was looking for, and it was so elusive for the longest period of time? Now guys are talking about it being stagflation. It's not stagflation. What I'm seeing for next year is soft landing. It's an economic growth that's slower but still positive, with inflation, yes, higher than usual, but allowing the Fed to cut rates 50 to 75 basis points. This takes real rates lower. It gives a boost to risk assets. And I think that what we're seeing going into the end of, the beginning of 2026 is something that we can expect to, occur for the rest of the year.
KRV, I'm sorry, I gypped you on some time. We'll make it up to you. But in the meantime, I've got to hand this off to my colleague, Liz Clayman.